This week, we'll be talking about the latest Star Wars news stories. Plus, we're discussing what we want from the future of Star Wars. All this and more taking place in the Resistance HQ.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy this and not join them! Bring balance to the Force! Not leave it in darkness!
For over 1,000 generations, the Jedi Knights were the guardians of peace, justice, and the Old Republic.
I will not be the last Jedi. The Force will be with you. Always.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Hey there, Star Wars fans, and welcome to In the Resistance HQ podcast, a weekly, family-friendly Star Wars podcast.
In today's episode, we're breaking down the latest Star Wars news stories and thinking about what Star Wars shows, games, or movies we want to see.
Before we start, I would just like to remind you guys to subscribe on whatever platform you're listening to us on. It really helps us out. And check out our Instagram at In the Resistance HQ. Also, don't forget to visit my YouTube channel, Astronaut Productions. And now, this is the exciting news that I was telling you about, Joe. We can add something else to that last bit, because you can also follow our Twitter at Resistance HQ Pod. I'll put it in the description. That is at Resistance HQ Pod. All one word. R, H, Q, and P, all caps. Yeah, we have Twitter now. Go us.
Good news. It's good news.
We have no followers because I joined up half an hour ago. In fact, probably more.
That'll change soon.
Probably more like 20 minutes ago. But yeah, we have Twitter. We're upgrade. We're going up in the world, Joe.
We are.
Also, we're back. Yay!
After
3
years.
When was the last one? Let me check. When was the last one? Episodes. I'm going on my Anchor by Spotify. Podcasting it. Oof. It was okay. Those are American dates. It was 9th of August was our last podcast.
It's not that long ago.
Before that was the 7th of June. Before that was the 23rd of May. And before that was the 15th of April. And before that was the 21st of March. So we've been rather regular ever since the 21st of March.
Well, hopefully we're going to get back into the rhythm of it.
Ever since our Rise of Skywalker and Let's Go Vote Down. Were you just so offended by that you've just been like, no, I'm going to make it really difficult for him? Is that what it was? You were so offended by our Rise of Skywalker and Let's Go Vote Down that you were just like, no.
True. It's true.
It's true.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah. No, so we were going to get back into it over the summer holidays, but then I made the incredibly sensible decision to get my room redecorated, meaning that we couldn't actually make any podcasts if I don't have a computer, which I didn't for about 4 weeks, which was great fun. So yeah, and then we were just being lazy and kept forgetting.
Well, yeah, we both kept on forgetting. Yeah.
So don't pin this on me. It's your fault as well.
Well, you're the one who usually remembers.
Oh, so that's my fault, is it? Wow.
Yeah, it's all your fault.
Okay. But yeah, we're back now. In true us style, there's not actually going to be an episode next week because I'm going on holiday. Because I'm awesome like that. But there should hopefully be an episode the week after.
Great.
So yeah.
Start.
Yeah, amazing start, I think. It's whoops, I just bashed my desk with the microphone on it. I think, yeah. But we're gonna get back into it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Hopefully we can get some more guests on. None of you guys have ever actually heard our guest podcasts. Because
the first one we did was like
January.
3/4 of a year ago.
It was in January, yeah.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get some more. We're gonna get a month and then just release them in a month. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm hoping there won't be a year between the first one and when we actually release them.
Let's be realistic.
Yeah.
There will be.
I think hopefully we'll do 2 or 3 pods and then I'll contact people because I can't exactly go, hey, do you want to do a podcast with us when we've done like 4 podcasts since March? You know? It doesn't look great. To be perfectly honest, it doesn't look great. So yeah. But yeah, follow our Twitter. I uninstalled Instagram this morning, but I'm going to reinstall it for ITRHQ on the ITRHQ account, and I'll probably start posting on there.
Why did you uninstall it?
Because it was taking up so much time. Like I go on there and then like half an hour later, we're like, oh, whoops.
Just don't go on it.
Yeah, but that's why I uninstalled it.
It doesn't work, does it?
No, it doesn't. No. Because I have no self-control. So yeah, I uninstalled it. And I filmed a YouTube video. I haven't released a YouTube video since May, like not a single one.
I think I saw that actually on my recommended.
No, what, the one in May? I haven't released it yet.
Oh, I didn't.
Well, why would I release it, Joe? Honestly, God.
True.
No, I filmed it. And yeah, I need to edit it, and then yeah. It was my Lego haul video. Did you go on the chat and see my haul in the end? Did you see that?
Nope.
No, I'll send it to you. I've got to go.
All right.
Star Wars nerds chat in it with the in fact, yeah, go on the Star Wars nerds chat.
All right.
Yeah, it's there.
I look at it, but I don't read it.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I do with most chats, mate. My beautiful haul. I'm not going to tell you guys what's on there because it's a secret.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, guys, go subscribe to my YouTube channel, and
you want to see this?
Yeah, you can see my beautiful Lego haul. Astronaut Productions, isn't it?
True.
Myself. Yeah, a lot of new Lego for me to build. But, I told you this, haven't I? So what we were going to do today is discuss how we think TV's changed Star Wars, because we recorded that podcast back in July and never released it because I'm useless and forgot to edit it. Yeah. So we recorded that and I was like, oh, that's pretty good, but I forgot to edit it. So we're going to do that again today. I was going to write it in and I was like, oh, wait, I haven't actually watched Visions yet. So we can do that.
Haven't you watched about half of it?
I've watched the first 2 episodes, Joe.
Oh.
Out of 9. So, yeah.
Came out like a month ago, didn't it?
I know. Came out September 22nd. I remember I was so hyped. I'm like, I'm going to watch all this. It's going to be so much fun. I was like,
yeah, we were walking to school and we realised that it all came out at once and we were hyped. But you didn't watch it.
No. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it during half term. But like 1 in the evening.
You think that?
Yeah, no, I do. I genuinely do because I'm going on holiday. So like,
oh yeah.
I got no time in it. Yeah, so I'll just watch it then. And then when we get back from holiday, that episode can be that. Because I'll be organized then. Whoops. Yeah. So you've done any interesting Star Wars things recently? Anything at all?
Have I done any?
Just anything happened in your Star Wars world?
Nothing. No.
No.
No, not really.
Yeah,
Nothing's really
nothing in mine
happening in
either,
Star Wars,
no.
if I'm being honest.
We're going to start reading the Book of Boba Fett soon, hopefully.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Still cannot get it. That was like a year ago. I still cannot get over the fact that you thought it was like an actual book.
Well, it is called the Book of Boba Fett. So.
In like this time in like, I don't know, about a week and a half would be when like the first episode of Mando season 2 came out. It's been nearly a year.
So when is season 3 coming out?
We're going to discuss that later.
All right.
There's been some news on it, isn't it? Yeah, go follow our Twitter, Resistance HQ Pod. What do you post on Twitter?
What do I
Like-
post on Twitter?
No, but like, what do people post on Twitter? Like,
Don't ask me. I don't have Twitter.
no, I know, but like on Instagram. Excuse me, I was just dying there. On Instagram, no, I could post like memes and images and stuff and like fat files, but like, I can't really do that on Twitter. Like, what am I supposed to post? I don't really
Just
know.
have a look around what other people are posting, you know.
Good point. Yeah, I'll follow them. I guess that means that we should probably move on to news of the week. Oh, no, I guess we should probably do we want to talk about Shang-Chi briefly, even though it came out like over a month ago?
Sure. Let's
Yeah.
talk about it.
We'll talk about it very briefly. Shang-Chi, better or worse than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Worse.
Okay, good. It's just, we've done it for a while and it's been 10 minutes and we haven't mentioned Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. yet, so I just thought I should get it in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
We've just so you know, we do follow Clark Gregg and Chloe Bennett and the actor who plays Yo-Yo on Twitter. We do follow them.
Just the actor who plays Yo-Yo.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't have known her name, would you?
No.
Her name's Elena Cordova Buckley, I think.
Isn't her name in the show, Elena?
Natalia Cordova Buckley. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we follow them because we're awesome. Yeah, I need to rewatch Shang-Chi. It comes out on Disney Plus on like the 7th of November, I think. Like free to access.
That's really soon, actually.
Yeah, Black Widow is out on Disney Plus now.
Yeah.
Free. I need to rewatch that. Logan is as well.
Haven't watched Logan.
No, it's like the last. I've watched all of the X-Men movies apart from Logan and the New Mutants.
I haven't watched any of them.
The New Mutants is supposed to be not great, but Logan's supposed to be one of the best. It's supposed to be really good, so I'm really excited to watch that. If I were you, I'd watch the X-Men movies. Like, some of them aren't great. I'm not going to deny. The Wolverine was a dreadful movie, in my opinion. Some people really like it. I thought it was awful. But like a lot of them are on there, so I just watch them if I were you. Do it in release order. Do not try and do it in chronological order.
All right.
One thing you should know before going into the X-Men franchise: don't try and put them in a timeline. Put the first three in a timeline. That's fine, but consider the others as sort of their own separate entities. Because the second you start to think about them or put them in a timeline, they make even less sense than the MCU, and that's saying something.
That really is. Yeah.
It's so confusing. Good, some of them, but so confusing. So you watch them, they're on Disney Plus, most of them. Yeah, Shang-Chi was good. I'd say Shang-Chi it's top 3 Marvel movies for me. I think for me, Thor Ragnarok, Captain America and the Winter Soldier, and so Captain America, the Winter Soldier, not and the Winter Soldier, and Shang-Chi are probably my top 3 Marvel movies at the moment.
I didn't think Shang-Chi was that good.
I loved it. I thought it was so good.
Might be initial hype.
Possibly. I need to rewatch it.
Yeah.
I've got Eternals coming out on November 5th.
Which I'm excited for.
Yes. You're coming to see that, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
I need to book the tickets. I went to book the tickets when it's really annoying because the Marvel YouTube channel is like, oh, tickets on sale now. And I go on Odin, it's like, oh, we don't have any tickets on sale. I'm like, what? Why are you telling me there's tickets on sale now? The tickets on sale? No. I mean, it's probably for the US, but like, I need to check again. And then we've got No Way Home coming out. The new Fantastic Beasts movie. April 15th. So excited for that.
Well, when did you say it was coming out?
April 15th.
2022.
Yes. You've watched the Fantastic Beasts movies, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you like them?
Yeah.
Can you remember them?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
I've watched them a couple of times.
Have you? I wasn't sure if you'd watched them, but yeah, it's called The Secrets of Dumbledore.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
So we're going to be discussing that some more.
Mm-hmm.
Also, because I put in our Twitter bio that we talk about Harry Potter sometimes. I don't feel like we talk about Harry Potter nearly enough.
Well, nothing's happened with Harry Potter, has it?
But I still feel like we could talk about it. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we need to be more like pop culture rather than just Star Wars. Like, still mainly Star Wars, but like We need to do a Marvel episode sometime, like just solely Marvel episode, you know. And Hawkeye on November 22nd. So excited for that. That looks awesome. Have you seen the trailers?
No.
No. Oh, will look really good. Right, we should probably move on to that. We didn't,
The
talk
news
about,
of the
we didn't talk
week.
about Shang-Chi for long, did we? No.
Nope.
It's time. Yeah, time for news of the week.
That's not how the Force works. Amazing. Every word of what you just said was wrong.
Many Bothans die to bring us this information.
Look, I can't hold forever. If you reach him, tell him Leia has an urgent message for him about his mother.
Good job.
So our first news story is that the Mandalorian season 3 has begun filming. This comes from Digital Spy, obviously links in bio. Exciting news, Star Wars fans. The Mandalorian has finally begun filming on season 3. The Disney Plus series, which follows the adventures of the titular Din Djarin, Pedro Pascal, and the adorable Grogu, aka Baby Yoda, last aired 10 months ago. Grief Karga himself, Carl Weathers, has now confirmed that production is back in business as of Wednesday, October 13th. So that'll be last Wednesday for us. Taking to Twitter, the star posted, Mandalorian season 3 begins for yours truly on tomorrow. Grief Karga will be back on Disney Plus. Hashtag BBs. So yeah. Oh, and he also said that he's going to be directing another episode.
So is this good or bad?
This is good.
Because I feel like it should have already begun filming.
Well, he says it's begun filming for him, so it may have already started filming for everyone else. But we've got like proper, because Jon Favreau said that it was filming in, when was it? It started filming in September.
Oh,
That's when Jon Favreau said it was due to start filming, but we hadn't had confirmation from anyone.
so what does this tell us about the release date?
As it stands, we think the release date is going to be spring 2022. So kind of February, March time.
Oh, February, March.
Yeah. We know Book of Boba Fett. I can't remember. They announced this. I want to say 22nd of December, but I feel like that could just be my brain thinking from Hawkeye being 22nd of November. So.
Well, she said it's late December.
It's late December, but they've said the release date. Hey, Book of Boba Fett release date.
I thought it was 29th.
It is the 29th. Yes, thank
Yeah.
you. I was talking
Yeah.
about 29th of Judah. So excited for this. It means more Ming Na Wen, which is never a bad thing.
Nope.
Ming! We love Ming Na Wen. She's
Mhm.
awesome. Yes, super excited for Mando season 3. Super excited to see what they do with Din Djarin and Baby Yoda. And also if they do, because if they do, I'm thinking they're going to have to do more of Luke Skywalker, right? Because you can't just include him
Yeah.
for one scene at the end of season 2 and then never have him again in Mando.
Yeah,
So I'm
they didn't have
thinking-
Luke Skywalker.
I'm
Then
thinking
how are
that-
they gonna have Grogu?
Yeah, they've got to cast someone as Luke Skywalker, because whilst Luke was standing still, it was, the face CGI was okay. It wasn't great, but it was okay, you know? Because whilst he was moving, we didn't actually see who was under the hood. We couldn't see his face. So while he's standing still, I think the face thing's okay. For long term, when he's moving around and doing stuff, I don't think the CGI face is going to work.
No way.
I think the best option would be Sebastian Stan.
Yeah.
Because he looks staggeringly like a young Mark Hamill.
I didn't notice it until I actually thought about it. if I'm
Yeah.
honest.
Because I showed you a picture, didn't I? And you're like,
Mhm.
I think they should cast him. I mean, if they can find someone else that looks more like him, then go for it. But like Sebastian Stan's a good actor. We know he knows the kind of the whole Disney world because he's in the MCU. He looks like him. He knows like the physicality aspect and stuff like that. So I think he'd be a perfect choice.
Mhm.
But yeah. We will see what they do.
Does he sound like him though?
I think they can get him to sound like him.
Mhm.
You know? But also, you have to take into account, people will know it's not Mark Hamill, you know?
Yeah.
People know Mark Hamill is what, 70 something? So
90.
He's not 90. Alexa, how old is Mark Hamill?
Mark Hamill is 70
There we go.
Wait, I couldn't hear.
He's 70.
70.
So people know Mark Hamill's 70 and is obviously not playing a young Skywalker. So I think if the voice doesn't sound exactly the same, people won't like, you've ruined Luke Skywalker, wrong voice here. I mean, I wouldn't put it past some Star Wars fans, but still.
Most
would be fine with it. Our second piece of news is that we've had new details on Kenobi. This comes from Den of Geek. While upcoming Disney Plus Star Wars series Obi-Wan Kenobi will be set during the eponymous Jedi's years of hermitage between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, it will nevertheless showcase adventures on which you'll encounter a sizable array of characters, both old and new. Notably, one of the show's debuting characters will be played by Eternals co-star Kumail Nanjiani, who, despite a Disney deal gag order that even his Marvel character, the mighty Celestial Kingo down at break, recently teased details that, while vague, seem interesting. We haven't seen this exact thing in Star Wars yet, teases Nanjiani. This is like a new version of a Star Wars character we've seen before. Yeah. And then another guy called Sang Kang, I think, says, I used to dress up, so he's in Kenobi as well. I used to dress up in the cheap Kmart plastic Halloween costumes. Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, almost every single day from 8 to 13 years old, prefaced Kang before his cat out of the bag moment. My friends and I would play pretend. We would make our own lightsabers out of toilet paper centers and stuff like that, and paper towel cardboard. And to be able to be on set and see Darth Vader and see the Star Wars universe in front of me. I mean, just as a fan, to be able to be part of that history is pretty amazing. I kept pinching myself to go, how did I end up here? And my character has a lightsaber to go, what? It's not a toy. It's actually the real thing. So pretty cool. So he's already revealed that he has a lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
So we know he's possibly playing an Inquisitor or something. And Kumail Nanjiani, who's playing Kingo in the Eternals, says his character's like a new version of a type of Star Wars character, I think. And yeah, he says we haven't seen this exact thing in Star Wars yet. So I am being very hopeful for Kenobi. I think it's going to be awesome.
So you say he was running into characters both old and new. So
Kumail Nanjiani said, so his character is like a new version of a type of Star Wars character we've seen before.
No. When they were describing what the show was going to be, they said that they were going to be like old and new characters.
Did they?
Well, yeah.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Did I?
Well, yeah. Yeah. In the description of what it was.
Oh, right. So, yes, of course. Yes, well,
So I'm just wondering who we're going to see.
Well, I think in terms of old characters, they mean like Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so hoping we're getting Clone Wars flashbacks.
What? I definitely think we will be.
I really hope we will be.
Oh, I'm still wondering how they're going to include Darth Vader.
Yeah, that will be interesting. Well, because Kathleen Kennedy said that it will be the rematch of the decade or something, suggesting that Obi-Wan and Darth Vader will have another fight, which would be super interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it would slightly retcon, like one line from A New Hope.
I don't like that.
That Vader says, but...
Wait, what does he say?
He says, when I left you, I was but the learner, now I am the master. Which sort of implies that they haven't seen each other since the thing. But I think it's one line from the very first Star Wars movie made, 45 years ago. I don't think it's a massive problem if they, slightly retcon that one line. For me, it's not a big problem. So...
I don't know how you retcon it, though. He said it.
Well, by retcon, I mean, so he said, when I left your eyes but the learner, now I'm the master. And if they had another fight, that wouldn't quite add up, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it not quite adding up from one small line from a movie made 45 years ago when the whole thing hadn't been planned out isn't a big issue.
Mm-hmm.
And it also means we get a rematch between Darth Vader and
exactly.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. So I don't have a problem with that. But I'm so excited for this movie. Not movie, TV show. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah,
It's gonna be cool.
indeed.
We're gonna see a lot of stuff we haven't seen before.
Absolutely amazing.
I think it's gonna be quite dark as well, like psychological dark,
Hmm.
which I think is gonna be awesome.
From Kenobi,
Yeah.
letting Anakin burn on Mustafar, you know.
Yeah, and also just kind of Kenobi's grief and like almost PTSD, I guess.
Mhm.
You know. Now our last news story is that Lucasfilm teases a video game announcement. This comes from IGN. Disney and Lucasfilm have teased a Star Wars video game announcement for December as part of a publishing campaign that will reveal new Star Wars projects every Tuesday for the rest of the year. As announced in their article on the official Star Wars website, the companies have launched their Bring Home the Bounty campaign, which will see new Star Wars toys, collectibles, books, apparel, and more revealed on a weekly basis from now until the end of December. Disney has given fans a glimpse of what they might expect from potential announcements across the campaign through an interactive poster on its site. Each week on the posted details different characters and memorabilia from across the franchise. However, on December 14th, Disney has instead opted to lead with an image of a gamepad, hinting there may be new Star Wars game announcement on the way. So essentially, what this is saying is that so Disney or rather Lucasfilm are revealing new stuff every week, and on the 14th of December, so they've got little icons on their page for what that might be. 14th of December, they have a gamepad, like a game controller, show indicating that we may be getting an announcement about a video game, which would
And
be
that isn't
very exciting.
KOTOR, is it?
I'd be surprised if it be the KOTOR announcement because that's technically already been announced.
Mhm.
It might be we get further details on that. It might be an announcement for Fallen Order 2. It might be an announcement for the Ubisoft
Open world.
game, yeah. That
Mhm.
was very, very briefly announced a couple of months ago now, but like no.
That was
official details on
more
it.
than a couple months ago.
That was kind of like May or June time, wasn't
That
it?
was ages ago.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Yeah. So hopefully we get a new game announcement. What game's like top of your list?
Battlefront 3
Okay.
and Fallen Order 2. Or a sequel to Fallen Order.
2 is a difficult one. Because I didn't massively like Fallen Order 1. Story-wise, oh God, sorry, I just hit the mic. Story-wise, it was good. I liked it. It was okay.
Well, that's because you're bad at games.
Playability-wise, I hated it. Because, as you said, I'm dreadful at games.
So that's just you.
The thing I loved about Battlefront 2 is that it was so easy. For like someone who doesn't know much about Star Wars, like it was easy to get the hang of and play.
Mhm.
Fallen Order was just complicated and long, and you kept going back to the same location, and the bosses kept killing you. You couldn't catch a break.
They kept killing you.
Yeah, like it was just. It took me like nearly a year to play the whole thing because it was just so.
I think most people
really?
liked it.
I
if you
think
played it.
most people liked it, but for me, like I'd play it because I want the story, but it's just so long. Probably just play the whole thing on story mode. This
It wasn't
time.
that long.
For me, it felt so long.
How long is it? Like 20 hours? That's very short for a campaign.
was
For a game that only has campaign.
It was 52 hours.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
for
it
you,
was.
it was, but it
No,
was
I
20-hour gameplay.
No, I think it was like 52 hours.
No.
It was.
No.
I would check, but I can't be bothered to. I prefer them to do Battlefront 3 over Fallen Order 2, I think. But that's just because I'm kind of biased.
I think most people would prefer it to be Battlefront 3 as well.
Yeah. But to be honest, yeah, I wouldn't mind if it's Fallen Order. I just wouldn't be.
14 to 18 hours
What?
to get to the end of Cal's journey.
That's absolute rubbish, or something slightly more Viking.
Maybe it's just that you're rubbish at the game.
It was not 14 hours. No way.
For someone who to 18,
140 maybe. 14 absolutely not. That's not right.
it is.
14 hours
I did it in 18, I remember.
14 hours per level, that I can understand. 14 hours? No, that's no.
Yeah.
You'd have to be like the world's best gamer playing on story mode to do that thing in 14 hours.
Just because you're bad doesn't mean everyone else
Yes,
is bad.
I am bad, Joe. I'm terrible. And they didn't really design the game with people who are terrible at games in mind, which they should have done.
Well, yeah, because there's an easy mode.
Yeah, and even the easy mode was kind of difficult.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
No.
Did you play the easy mode?
No.
Yeah, I did.
I did try it out.
Shut up, Joe. All right, just, can you just, yeah. Well, we'll see what they announce. I mean, it might not even be a game. They could just have that there. But, you never know. Could be something kind of cool.
Mhm.
I guess we will see. But we should probably now move on to that old-time classic, Impression of the Week.
Missa called Jar Jar Binks. Missa, your humble servant.
Great warrior!
Now let's leave your wife out of this. There is no need for such impropriety among thee.
No, listen, what have we?
No, we have not.
What should we do?
What has come out recently? We don't have to do Star Wars.
I feel
do
like no,
we?
but I feel like we should do Star Wars, just because it's the first time we've done in a while. We could do. Can we do Wrecker?
R2D2. Beep, beep, boop, bap, bap, beep,
I'm gonna
boop.
do Wrecker.
Wrecker.
Yeah, Impression of the Week. Oh yeah, this is the stuff. Let me smash him. Oh, but
Any shouting voice in a New Zealand accent is Wrecker.
good eye, mate. Oh, no,
I
that's
can't do
Australian,
it.
isn't it? Wow.
They're similar. New Zealand and Australian.
We could do Tech.
Tick.
Tick. Hunter. Wicker.
Amiga.
Tick. Crusader. Echo. Omega.
Okay.
Now say the Empire. Tech was kind of like, he was slightly more robotic, but with a slight New Zealand accent. The diagnostics are not running exactly
You
as
just
I
sound
had
like
thought.
C3PO.
Yeah, shut up, Joe. You can do much better. Go on.
No,
go on.
I can't.
Give us your tech. Go on.
I cannot.
No, do it.
I can't. It's been so long since I watched Brad Batch. I cannot remember what he
That-
sounds like.
No one's messaged me. That's so rude. I just thought I'd turn off silent on my phone for a second just to see who messaged me. No one's messaged me. Oh, rude.
Really? Looking at messages in the middle of a
Oh,
podcast.
shut up, Joe.
Unprofessional.
Joe, you've literally been playing games during a podcast before, like full on video
I
games.
don't know where you're getting your facts from. You need to check your facts.
You. I'm getting my facts from you.
Yeah. I'm not a reliable source of facts.
Certainly
So
are. Still can't believe you're playing games during a podcast. That's appalling, Joe.
one time it was a boring podcast.
Gee, thanks. Right, and on that happy note, we'll move on to quote of the week.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Do or do not. There is no try.
He is the chosen one.
This is the way.
You are the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy this and not join them!
The Force will be with you. Always.
Maybe we'll be grateful for this.
I know this one.
What do you want to do for quote of the week?
Viva Las Vegas!
We're not doing an Elvis Presley quote.
It's not Elvis Presley, it's
It is
Thor.
Elvis. As in, oh, so you want to do a party Thor Viva? Did he actually say? I was like, Viva.
That's what he says. I have the subtitles on.
I know it says. I think we should. Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las. No, not Viva Las Vegas. That's
Vegas.
no. That was Viva Las Vegas is Have you ever watched Friends?
No.
Right. Well, one of the guys, Chandler, his
It's
his-
Vegas, by the way.
his dad works somewhere. His father's transgender and works at this place called Viva Las Vegas. So whenever I think someone says Viva Las Vegas, I think Viva Las Vegas. So yeah. It's
I
kind of
care so
embarrassing.
much.
Pardon?
I cannot believe how much.
Yeah, I know. Whoops. But that's yeah, Viva Las Vegas. I'll make sure to type it right when I put it on Instagram. Don't worry, Joe. So I guess then we move on to our main section for this week.
You will be a Jedi. I promise.
For over 1,000 generations, the Jedi Knights were the guardians of peace and justice in the Old Republic.
Show me again the power of the darkness.
The shroud of the dark side has fallen. Begun the Clone War had.
I am the Father.
And I'm the Jedi.
It's time to let old things die.
You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy us and not join them!
By the way, I thought of this one this time.
You did. You assisted me. You wanted to do just games though, but like, yeah. Yeah, so what we're discussing today is like what stuff we want for the future of ourselves. Sorry, I had to yawn then.
Games, shows,
we've touched-
movies.
We've touched on this already, with some games. But yeah. Joe, yeah, what do you want to see from le futur du Star Wars?
Well, firstly, from games, as I told you before, I want to see Battlefront 3.
Yes, I want Battlefront 3, man.
I
So
want
want it.
Fallen Order 2 or a sequel to Fallen Order 2.
I want Ahsoka in Battlefront 2.
I want an open world game.
Which you are getting. I want the
Fully open world.
I tell you what I want.
Anything you could
Joe.
possibly imagine.
I tell you what I want. I want the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga video game to come out already.
I want a Rebels game.
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
Clone Wars game.
What I really, yeah, I like the idea of like a fully open world where you can like
You go through
choose-
the stories of the like the missions of the Clone Wars or Rebels.
I want one where you could basically just like choose your life, like create this entire life in the Star Wars galaxy,
And
and you could like design chips and like customize them and have like any job and like
you could be like
anyone.
go on the ghost, steal from the Empire, give to the poor, and then like.
I like flip between eras and be like, yeah.
Or you could just be like you organize a revolt against the Empire.
Yeah. I mean, admittedly, that would take like probably be really complicated and really expensive, but it'd be so cool.
But I want it.
Yeah.
I want it.
I don't care what's realistic. I want it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
For
shows, I want something to do with Mace Windu.
Yes. Oh my
I
god.
want
Yes.
a fully dedicated Maul show.
I want for the Mace Windu one. I'm not as much as I'd love for him to still be alive. And like I really would. I don't think he is. Like to be perfectly honest.
Or they could easily have him alive.
Yeah,
I think
but
they don't really any plans for him. It is whatever Disney want him to be.
Yeah, I would love him to still be alive. I really would, but I don't think I kind of prefer him to stay dead in terms of like the story, you know. So what I would love is like a pre.
Well, I mean, they brought Emperor Palpatine back, so.
No, I know. But like, I would like a pre either pre-Fundamental or like between Fundamental and Attack of the Clones window. Like when he's like his full power and he's like, because when he was younger, he was like a bit more of a rebel. And he was like,
it could be when he's a Padawan.
yeah, well, because like, you know why Dooku uses the form, not Dooku, Windu uses the form of lightsaber he does and has the color he does.
Why?
Because so Form 7, Geo, he made into his own special form called Vapard.
Yeah.
And essentially, Vapard is it helps one channel their own inner dark side into like turn it to good. And like purple is kind of like someone who's got slightly more dark side in them. So we know that Mace Windu has like slightly more dark side in them. Like during the Clone Wars, he's slightly like more strict. Like when he was younger, I get the feeling he was more like a rebel and more did what he wanted and was like slightly more dark side and violent and stuff. And I really like to see that side of him. Like, you know, in season 7, when in Anaxes, when there's that, when him and Obi-Wan are fighting the droids, and he's like, over the course of the Clone Wars, I have killed over 100,000 of you battle droids. So you know, that I really want that, and then he goes and like kills some of them. I really want that like badass Mace Windu. You know, I want to see more of that because he's like one of my favorite characters, hands down.
I don't know how they do that with Nick Fury being old.
Well, they could. I'm sure they could find someone younger. But I mean, let's face it. Samuel L. Jackson looks the same as he did when he was 20. The guy does not age.
Neither does Tom Cruise.
No, neither does Paul Rudd. Neither does
I'm gonna pretend I know who that is.
Ant-Man.
Oh, okay.
Neither does Ming-Na Wen, who's literally like 53. In fact, she's 54. I
thought she was like 40.
Well, yeah, because when I found that out, I asked you to guess how old she was, and you guessed like 35, and she was actually 54. You couldn't believe it. You were like speechless. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want whatever these people are eating. But basically, yeah, I would really like that. I think it'd be super awesome. I want a Kylo Ren. I want a Kylo Ren series before he turned, or like the process of his turn.
Well, they might go into that with Luke in The Mandalorian.
Possibly, yeah. And I want a sequel series, possibly set like after the time of the Rise of Skywalker, with like Rey training Finn to be a Jedi and stuff. I want more Finn because
I don't like Finn.
I do. Like he was wasted.
I mean, I don't think Disney are going to do anything with the sequel characters, if I'm being honest.
I definitely think they are.
I definitely don't think they are.
Why not?
Because of all the poor feedback they got from the sequels.
Can I refer you back to the attitude of people had towards the prequels, which I would argue was a hell of a lot more hateful.
Yeah.
Than the sequels.
And then George Lucas quit the sequels.
Yes. George Lucas quit, but not before he'd made Star Wars: The Clone Wars. George Lucas,
the movie.
There was tons of hate. Then George Lucas made The Clone Wars.
Yeah,
with those characters
before the prequel. No, they didn't have.
And then he sold
the
it.
Clone Wars was mostly different characters.
Apart from Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
And Yoda and Mace Windu and the entirety of the Jedi and all the clones.
And I'm sure
and Palpatine and Padme and
no.
C-3PO and R2-D2 and Grievous and Dooku.
Yeah, what did he make that?
George Lucas?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
I'm going to check that. Are you talking about the movie?
Both the movie and the TV show.
He did not make the TV show.
He was an executive producer on the TV show. It was like his idea. He worked side by side with Dave Filoni on that. Go on, search it up.
Okay, well, it says who directed it, but I can't.
Exactly. My point is, just because fans hate some characters doesn't mean that Lucasfilm just ditches them.
Well, the thing is,
I would be
Disney are mostly just doing it for the money. George wasn't.
I very much think that Disney will do a sequel show at some point.
I
think they do, and I really, really, really want it. So bad.
Well, my feelings are absolutely the opposite of your feelings in this situation.
Yes, they are. Because you're
We'll get on with it.
I really hope they do a sequel show at some point. And I want Rey Skywalker and I want Finn. Give me more Rey Skywalker and Finn, and I'll be a happy man. And then we can sit around and argue about it for ages.
True.
But I'll still be happy because I've got my sequel show. So, you know.
In your fantasy.
So, I kind of want a General Grievous show. I feel like that'd be kind of. I want more on General Grievous' past. I don't feel like that's been explored.
Like
enough.
comics would be enough for that.
Yeah, maybe not a show, but like he's cool. I like Grievous. He's snazzy. He's also like. Do you remember the episode in his lair?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, what's going on there? You know.
What do you mean? What's going on there?
But like,
it's his lair.
No, I know, but that's all kind of like. It's a bit weird, isn't it? I want to know like the background to half that stuff. You know.
Well, I mean, it just has all of his repair parts and.
Yeah, it's got all those statues and those monsters and stuff. Like, I want to know.
I mean, to be fair, I haven't seen the episode in a long time.
Yeah, I kind of want to know. I just want to know a bit more about Grievous, though. Mm-hmm. The dude's cool. I like Grievous.
Yeah.
Awesome. I just kind of want to know more about him. I'd like a High Republic show. You still need to read Light of the Jedi, mate.
I don't have it anymore, do I?
No, because you gave it back. You won't read it.
I don't think, like, I'm not going to read the book of Boba Fett either. I mean, just...
Yeah. Yeah, you need to read some High Republic stuff. There's the movies. What movies do you want? There's one correct answer to this. I mean, there are multiple correct answers, but there's one that you like have to say.
Oh,
come on, Joe. We've talked about this so many times.
My mind. Look, give me a minute. My mind is going blank. Yeah, but what is it? What is it?
The Old Republic, Joe.
How was I going to get that? Why do I care about the Old Republic?
So many times that we want an Old Republic thing. Like, so many times.
Yeah, but not specifically a movie.
I really want an Old Republic movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really want the Rian Johnson trilogy to be Old Republic.
Mm-hmm.
I think, like, I know you didn't like The Last Jedi.
I mean, the Old Republic, the High Republic, the Middle Republic, they're all the same thing.
I know you didn't like The Last Jedi, but, like, you can't deny, like, if it hadn't been with those characters, like, as in, like, the already made characters, and if it hadn't...
It would have been okay.
If it hadn't, like, been in the Skywalker saga, it would have been you would have liked it, I think. Like, take Ryan's style.
Well, a lot of it depends on... Say, Luke.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, if you'd never met the character of Luke Skywalker before, you would have thought that was okay.
I like the style of the movie.
Yeah, like the style of the movie and the cinematics and stuff.
But it's not a main.
Take that and put that in the Old Republic with the style of the Old Republic and like new characters and stuff. And I think like Rian Johnson could do like an awesome job, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like a really awesome job with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Are there any other movies you'd like?
I mean, I feel like
I want some
a lot of my movie ideas can just be handled in TV shows.
Yeah.
I just prefer TV shows.
I want some post-Rise of Skywalker stuff at some point. Not for a couple of years, but at some point I want post-Rise of Skywalker movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I want post-Revenge of the Jedi, Return of the Jedi.
Like the post-Rise of Skywalker movies don't necessarily have to be like, 2 years after with the sequels characters. I think that'd be fine for a TV show. I'm talking kind of like 300-400 years after.
Or maybe some sort of spin-off with Padawan Anakin before Attack of the Clones.
Possibly. I think they've done comics on that. That would be cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like a lot of movie ideas can now be covered in TV shows now that we've got such a wide berth. of
And
TV shows.
comics, yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't mentioned the Rebel sequel.
Yeah, but they're not doing that as a movie, are they?
No, for the TV shows.
Yeah, I did say Rebels sequel.
Yeah, you said Rebels game. You didn't say for game. You didn't say Rebels sequel for TV shows.
Well, I
I'm
definitely want
shocked
a
at you,
Rebels
Jane.
sequel or anything to do with the Rebels characters.
Yeah. I think there's a lot they can do, but like,
I want them
yeah.
to do something with the World Between Worlds.
I don't think they will.
Something to do with cutting out the sequel.
Oh, shut up, Joe.
I
I think
joking.
I think Dave Filoni said that they're just going to leave that.
Leave
'Cause
what?
The World Between Worlds, like not come back to it, because I don't think they want to bring time travel into Star Wars. Because I think they probably took a look at the MCU and gone, okay, so they brought time travel in and look what happened.
And they brought Ahsoka back through it.
Yeah, I think they did. I think they just don't want to bring time travel in Star Wars more than they already have done. Because I don't think they want to overcomplicate everything.
Yeah.
Which is what's happened with the MCU. Everything's just so complicated. Like I think they kind of did it with like what happened with Harry Potter.
Pre-Loki, everything was so simple.
Like
or maybe like pre-Avengers game.
Pre-Endgame, yeah.
Yeah.
Like with Harry Potter, they used the time turner once in Prisoner of Azkaban, a very simple thing, then never use it again. And I think that's sort of what they've done with Star Wars. They kind of used it once to bring Ahsoka back, which I think is absolutely justified. And they've kind of gone, right, we don't want to overcomplicate this. Let's just keep it simple. Let's not use time travel again. Which I think is what they've done. Yeah. But I guess we'll see what happens, you know. Have you got anything left to say?
Nope.
Do you think I should Twitter post after this saying that we've recorded our episode?
Of course.
Yeah, okay.
I was one viewer or listener will be excited.
No, we have two. We have two. Yeah.
Two?
I know, right? Go on.
Oh my god.
Have you got any last words, Joe?
I'm very happy we have two viewers.
Yeah.
Listeners.
We got 35 seconds to wind down. because I want to get to 50 minutes.
All right.
We got 35 seconds. So yeah.
I moved into my new room, you know.
Oh, we got a new room. Very nice.
Much bigger than my old room.
It's good. Oh yeah, so follow this on whatever platform you're listening to us on, because we're awesome and you love listening to us, don't you?
True.
Yes, you do. Follow our Instagram at ITRHQ. I'll actually be posting.
Patrick will install it again.
Yes, I will. And you're going to be you need to come over sometime and we're going to discuss how you can help, because at the moment you do nothing.
Well, yeah, true.
Follow our Twitter at ResistanceHQ Pod. I can't believe I just said that. Wow, that feels so good. Yeah, if you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, follow for more content like this. You know, all the usual stuff. Thank you so much for listening. Have a good 2 weeks. We'll see you soon. May the force be with you.
Yes, may the force be with you.